right, my sweetie. Well, what are we going to do first here? Let me know what we're going to do first. Hello. What in the world is going on today? Hello, everyone. Hi, Funzo. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. You said you'd like to answer number 1 for me. How am I going to start?
So we are going to first find the LCD.
Good. We're going to try and find the LCD. What is my LCD?
The LCD is
Good. It's 6. All right. So I know that's something. I'm going to have something over 6 plus something else over 6. All right. How did I get from 3 to 6, Funzo? Hello? Oh, no. Okay, I'm having trouble hearing Funzo. Hello? Okay, guys, Funzo, my sweetie, I'm going to ask you to park it right there for me. I'm going to give you a chance to answer other questions. It's just for the sake of time. I'm going to have to move a little bit faster. Okay, so I'm just going to go through the questions real quick. I'm going to have to multiply by 2 over here and multiply by 2 there. So what I'm going to get at the top is 2 times 2x, which is 4x. And on the other side, I've had to multiply by 3. So I'm going to do the same thing at the top. And 4 times 3x is 12x. 4, and then I'm just going to write one big denominator. Remember, keep the denominator exactly the way it is. 4 plus 12x is going to give me 18x, and then I can 16x. Oh, I'm lying. Teacher Coco. Okay, 16x, and then I just need to simplify the numbers because both two can go into both 16 and 6, so my answer should be 8x over 3, and that's the answer I was looking for. All right, let's look at this next one. I'll ask you guys now quickly in the chat, tell me what is the LCD of this last one that we've got over here? I've got x minus 1 over 4 minus x plus 2 over 5. Tell me in the chat, guys, what is my LCD? Wait for one person. Thank you, Rita. I hope we're all in agreement. Good. My LCD is 20. I'm going to have something over 20. Oh, I need a longer thing minus something else over 20. All right, so to get from 4 to 20, I had to multiply by 5, which means I'm going to multiply the whole top by 5. Remember, I'm not just going to multiply 5 or the x, I'm going to multiply the whole thing by 5. And on this side, I have to multiply by 4. And what I do at the bottom, I also do at the top, but the whole thing is being multiplied by 4. And don't forget that this minus is also multiplying into this. So we can easily take that times by 4, put it in the front, and this is going to be negative 4 multiplied by that whole bracket. So I'm going to end up with 5x minus 5, 5x minus 5, and over here I'm going to have, let me take that away, negative 4x minus 8, and this is equal to, I'm going to write one big denominator, 5x minus 4x will give me x, and then negative 5 minus 8 will give me negative 13 over 20. I cannot simplify any further than I would here. Can I just get a thumbs up from everyone? Thumbs up or thumbs down. Did we manage to get these 2 questions right? Thanks, Rita. Rita, I did get all your answers. I think you did. Hi, Bridget. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Just let me know in the chat with a thumbs up if you did get it correct. Unati's like, ma'am, explain one more time. Unati, we're going to do many of these. Okay, if you didn't quite get this one, we're going to do a couple more. Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay. Bonolo, I'm going to ask you, my sweetie, to please quickly just leave the class and then come straight back in. Okay. Okay, so guys, we are on lesson 8 of 8. So anybody who's new, who's joining us for the first time today, you are going to, you're going to come into this at the very end. And we have done so much since lesson 1. But we've recorded all the lessons. All lesson 1 of 8 to lesson 7 of 8 has been recorded. It is sitting on our website. If you go to where you clicked on our website to get to today's class, if you scroll down a little, you're going to find all the other recordings of everything we've done up until then. So if you are a little bit lost as we go through some of this today, it's perfectly fine for you to be like, ma'am, you know what? I'm not 100% getting you. I think I'm going to go watch the other videos and then come back to this. Or you can easily say, ma'am, I'm a little bit lost, but I want to stay in the class. And when we're done with this class, I'm going to go back to the website and watch some of the other videos as well. Okay, so if it's a bit overwhelming, that's okay, because the videos are still there for you to go watch and catch up. Even if you've been with us since lesson 1 and you're still a bit lost, that's okay. Go back and watch the other videos. We teach 2 classes almost the same, so there's some things that I explain just a little bit differently in the standard class. You can go watch those videos as well, and then come back and finish up with this one. Also, all the quizzes that we do every week are still available. Okay, you can still go and watch them again, or try them again. It doesn't matter. Hi, Shaden. Awesome to have you with us. All right, guys. So we were talking about algebraic fractions. When we're adding and subtracting, what do we always need to find? It's an obvious question because I know that you guys need to know this question. When adding and subtracting fractions, we need to find tell me in the chat, everyone, what do we need to look for first? Thank you, Nobuhle and Funzo. We need to look for the LCD. It's going to be a staple. We're going to look for it every single time. Okay, but now we're adding algebra into these fractions. So our LCD isn't going to look as simple as things like 2 and 3, which gives us an LCD of 6, or 5 and 4, which gives us an LCD of 20. It's not going to be that simple. However, we need to make sure that unless there's an X here, and there's an X plus 3 here. X and X plus 3 have nothing in common. And the reason I can say that is because if X is 1, if X is equal to 1, this LCD over here is going to be 1, and this one is going to be 4. So they're not common. They're not the same at all. They're not. Okay. But if I had 2 LCDs that look like this, if I had 2 denominators that looks like this, X and X squared, these 2 LCDs do have something in common. Okay. That's it, Nobuhle. We want the common things. And if they're not common, they both need to be part of my LCD. Okay, if I have X and X squared, I know that if X is equal to 2, if X is equal to 2, this is going to be 2, and this is going to be 2 squared, which is going to give me 4. Now these 2, they have X squared in common, because my LCD is going to be 4. They both have that in common. But if I'm adding or subtracting, these 2 things, nope, they're not going to be the same, because when I add to them, they're never going to give me the same number every single time. Okay, so when I look at my LCD, I know that I can multiply this part of my LCD with this part of my LCD, and that's what gives me my LCD. However, I don't want us to do this, guys. I don't want us to get to a point where we do this. We go, I know that my LCD is going to be X multiplied by X plus 3. I don't want us to then multiply out. Don't do this. Don't go X times X, X times 3X. Don't say that my LCD is now X squared plus 3X. Because when we do that, when we get to this part over here, we're not going to be able to see what's missing. What did I multiply X by to get to X squared plus 3X? That's very difficult for us to see if we multiply out. So the golden rule for today, our rule is, do not multiply out the LCD. Do not multiply the LCD. I want everyone to tell me in the chat, what is today's golden rule? Let me know in the chat. What is today's golden rule? Type it out, guys. I want to see you type it out. That's it, Stacy. Do not multiply out the LCD. Do not multiply the LCD. I cannot stress this enough. You're going to lose what's missing in the top. If I had an LCD of 6 and the LCD above it was 3, it's easy enough to see that I need to multiply by 2. But if I multiply out the x's and the y's, it's very difficult for me to see what's missing. So we do not multiply out the LCD. Okay, but because when we look for an LCD, we take both denominators and we multiply them together. That's exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go, my LCD is x multiplied by x plus 3. That's it, Zudin, because if I had 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3, what's my LCD, Zudin? My LCD is 6. How did you get there? You took 2 times 3 and you multiply, like you took 2 and 3, you multiplied them together and you got 6. So when we get to algebraic fractions, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to take this LCD and this one, and we're going to multiply them together. However, the only thing we're not going to do is we're not going to distribute. That's what we're not going to do, because we're going to lose it if we distribute. We're going to lose what's missing. Okay, now I want you guys to hear what I'm about to say. I know that my entire LCD is x multiplied by x plus 3. But over here, I've only got x. So the part of my LCD that's missing is the x plus 3 part. And what I do to the bottom, I need to do to the top. So I'm also going to go to the top and I'm going to multiply by x plus 3. Now, guys, have a look over here. Over here, I've only got the x plus 3 part of my LCD. What's missing? Let me know in the chat. What's missing? That's it. Rita, you are always on fire. I'm loving it. Thank you, Nklanka. That's it. That's it. Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Funzul. Thanks, Lubanzi. That's it. X is missing. So I'm going to multiply this part by x. But what I do to the bottom, I also need to do to the top. So I'm also going to multiply this top part by x. But do not forget, guys, that there's a negative sitting in front of this. So I need to make sure that that negative comes with me. Okay. And now I can multiply out the top part. Always easy to multiply out. I can do that. So now I've got 5 multiplied by x times 3, or multiplied by x plus 3. So this is x multiplied by x plus 3. And over here, I've got a negative and an x multiplying into x plus 1. Right. And all of this is equal to, leave your denominator exactly the way it looks. Do not multiply out. Just leave it as x multiplied by x plus 3. Now we can distribute, but only on the top. Distribute only on the top. Okay, so I'm going to go 5 times x, 5 times 3. Negative x times x, negative x times 1. So I'm going to get 5 times x will give me 5x. 5 times 3 is 15. Negative x times x is negative x squared. And negative x times 1 is negative x. What do I still need to do, guys? I'm not done. What do I need to do still? That's it. I still need to collect my like terms, add my like terms together. I've got a 5x over here and a negative x over there. I think those are the only two things that are similar in this case. Right, so I've got negative x squared. 5x minus x will give us positive 4x plus 15. If I'm correct about this, 5 and 3, 1 and 15. Okay, this can't factorize any further. So this is my final answer over here, guys. Okay, I just need to hear from you guys. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Are we okay with how we got to the answer that we've got here? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Did we understand the steps? Thank you, Karen. That's it, Amy. Well done. That's it, Ritsepile. Excellent, guys. Awesome. Mateo's like 50-50. It's okay, Mateo. It takes practice. Okay. Uyanda, like I said, if you're lost, my sweetie, we do so many of these in the other videos. Somebody says, ma'am, where did the 4x come from? Stacy, look here. Remember, I had to add like terms over here. I've got 5x minus x. What is 5x minus x? It's going to give me 4x. Okay, because I have to add like terms. Like when I'm almost said substituting, simplifying. When I'm simplifying anything, then it becomes like that. For those of you who are still confused, let's do another example. Follow the steps with me. Okay, I'm glad we're understanding, Stacey. Awesome. All right, so let me do this. I need to separate this because that 2 looks like a 2,2 and it's not helping. Let's move everything over. There we go. All right, so okay, we can't. Babalo says, I thought we were going to cancel the 2 brackets, which is x plus 3, because they're the same. Okay, we can't do that, Babalo. And the reason we can't do that is because this isn't actually x plus 3. This is 5x plus 15, because we still need to multiply that x in. And also, there's a minus in between, which means whatever 5x plus 15 is, we still need to add and subtract whatever x times x plus 1 is from it. So it's not actually x plus 3. Okay, it's a whole other convoluted thing, not just x plus 3. It's x plus 3 with other stuff put inside. So we cannot cancel that way. As long as there's a minus in between them or a plus in between them and another number on the outside, it gets a little bit tricky because we're adding and subtracting other things from it as well. Okay, so it's not just x plus 3. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Excellent. All right, now let's look at number 2, guys. I've got just the number 2 plus 2 to the power x plus 1. Now, I'm noticing very quickly that my 2, it's not a fraction. How do I make it a fraction, guys? Anybody got any ideas? Oh, Rita, I can't even. You just like, put it over 1. That's it, put it over 1. So we're going to make it 2 over 1. That's it, 2 over 1. Now, please look at my 2 denominators. What do we need to find next, guys? What do I need to look for? I'm adding 2 fractions. What do I need to find? Thank you. We need to find an LCD. What is my LCD this time, guys? What is my LCD? Remember Nobuhle and Yolani, we're going to take the LCD of the one and the LCD of the other, and we're going to multiply them together. That's it, Rita. That's it. Mhlengi, you're 100% correct, because 1 times anything is that thing. Amy, you've also got the right idea. We can put the 1 there just for good measure. Okay, just so we don't forget what we need to do. So I'm going to add the 1 in. I'm going to go 1 multiplied by x plus 2. And that is my LCD. So now let's get to work, guys, like we would with any other fraction. I'm going to put all of this over 1 plus x plus 2. Now, over here, guys, my denominator is 1. What is missing from here? What's missing from here, guys? What's missing from this LCD over here? Thank you, that's it. I know that I'm missing x plus 2. And what I do to the bottom, I'm going to do to the top as well. Okay, so I'm also going to multiply the top by 2 plus x, your teacher Coco, x plus 2. Actually, I wouldn't be wrong if I said 2 plus x, because 2 plus 3 and 3 plus 2 is the same thing, but it doesn't matter. All right, over here on this side of the equation, I'm missing 1, which doesn't really change the value. But I'm going to put it in anyway, so we don't forget that we need to multiply on both sides. Funzo, you're 100% correct. So now on this side, what I have is 2 multiplied by x plus 2 plus 2 multiplied by 1 is equal to 2. Siama says, ma'am, why do we use x plus 2? Because Siama, let me write it out because this is getting messy. If I have 2 over 1 plus 2 over x plus 2. What is my LCD, Tiamo? How do we find the LCD again? We're going to take this number here and this over here, and we're going to multiply them together. Okay. Nobutle says, where did we get the 2? Which one? You need to tell me which 2 did we get where? I'm going to need you guys to explain a little bit more detail for me. That's excellent, Tiamo. Nobuhle, the first one. It was already there. It was already part of the question, Nobuhle. Remember, the question looked like this. The question is 2 plus 2 over x plus 2. So it was already there. Okay, I didn't make it up. It was part of the question. Okay. It was already part of my question at the top. Okay, and then when I turned it into a fraction, it became part of my numerator because I went 2 over 1. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right, I want you guys to simplify the top for me. Remember, we're going to multiply this in. Multiply that one in, and then when we are done multiplying in, we are going to add like terms. When you're done, pop your answer in the chat for me. That's it, Kumo. That's what we're doing. That's it. Amy, don't forget. After you distribute in, don't forget to add plus 2. That's good, Shaden. That's excellent. That's it. Amoni, I see your answer, but don't forget to add the 2 afterwards. So you've distributed, but you've forgotten to add that extra 2 that's sitting at the end. That's it, Lubanzi. Yolani, add like terms. Don't forget 4 and 2 comes together, and K, wow, beautiful. That's it. Okay. All right, excellent, guys. Okay, let's get into this one. Let's get into this. So I'm going to distribute. So I'm going to get 2 times x, which will give me 2x, and then 2 times 2. That's okay. That's okay, Babalo. We all make mistakes. It's a good thing that we're making them here. Okay. 2 times 2 will give me 4. So I've got 2x plus 4 plus 2. And then I still need to add my like terms because 4 plus 2, these 2 are like terms. So what I'm actually going to get as a final answer is 2x plus 6. And the one thing that Kay remembered that everybody else forgot is we keep our denominator. Guys, our denominator must not go away. It must stay with us. It must stay with us. Don't forget, guys, that the denominator must come with. Okay. For those of you who are finally starting to see it, excellent. I'm loving it because that's exactly what I want to see from you guys. All right, we're going to try this one. I want you guys to tell me how did one go away from the final answer? Babalo, I'm going to ask some very redundant questions. I'm going to ask you, what's 1 times 2? 1 times 2 is 2. What's 1 times 5? It's 5. What's 1 times x? It's x. So if I have 1 times x plus 2, my answer is just going to be x plus 2. Okay, because if we multiply anything by 1, I just get anything. Okay, so I don't necessarily have to write that one. But because Babalo is asking, I'm going to put it back in. Just to make sure I don't get in trouble. I'm putting it back in. Okay, there we go. Your answer is not wrong, Babalo. Okay. Yeah, Babalo, in the case of multiplying anything by 1, then yes. But if there was a 2 here, if there was a 2 over there, if there was 2 over here, then that would be a different story. I can't take it away. I can't take it away. Okay, sorry, Unati. Yo, it might be a connection thing. I'm very sorry. All right, everybody, tell me in the chat. Excellent. Shaden, I'm loving it. Tell me in the chat, what is my LCD? And remember, guys, my LCD just comes from multiplying these 2 things together. What is my LCD? Remember your brackets, because brackets means that we are multiplying them together. Tell me in the chat, what is my LCD? Come on, y'all, you got this. You guys got this. Tell me in the chat, what is my LCD? Mateo says 6x plus 6. No, we're missing something, guys. Remember, multiply them together. Multiply them together. So just put brackets around all of them. That's it. Funzo, you legend, you. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Take both of them, put them right next to each other in brackets. That's it. Well done, Zudin. Well done, Lubanzi. That's what I'm looking for. So my LCD is going to be open brackets. 6x plus 6 multiplied by 6x. For those of you who are just saying 6x plus 6, you're already assuming that whatever happens to this x, I'm going to just add an imaginary 6. That's not how maths works. We need to add both of them. That is my LCD. Okay, so I can't just say 6x plus 6. That doesn't include 6x because now whatever answer we get for 6x, I'm supposed to add a 6 from where? We didn't have it. So you must add it in. Okay, so take both of them, multiply them together. So now this is my LCD, 6x plus 6 multiplied by 6x. Tell me, guys, what is missing from over here? From my LCD, what's missing over here? Funzo had that typed in. I feel like Funzo had 6x typed in because he knew I was going to ask. She definitely knew I was going to ask it. 6x is missing. And whatever I do to the bottom, I'm going to do to the top. So I'm going to take my 3 over here and I'm going to multiply it with 6x. And then tell me, guys. She does. All right, what's missing on this side, guys? What's missing from this part of the denominator? What's missing over here? That's it, Zudin. Well done, Amy. That's it, 6x plus 6. And what I do to the bottom, I'm going to do to the top. 6x plus 6. Do not forget, guys, that this whole thing is also being multiplied by a negative. Don't forget that. Now, I'm going to write it out over here, and I want you guys to finish it off for me. I'm going to get 6x multiplied by 3 minus 2x minus 1 multiplied by 6x plus 6. Now, put all that wonderful algebra to use, everyone. Distribute. Give me an answer in the chat. Do not forget my denominator. Keep my denominator. Don't take it away. And remember, once you're done distributing, add like terms. Add like terms. And this one is going to be a little bit tricky because we must also multiply this minus in. Hey, don't forget, after you've multiplied those two, you need to multiply the minus in as well. Okay? So it's a two-step process. In fact, I think we might need a little bit more space, but I'll see as we go along. Ooh, look at that ugly one. No, let's not show that one. No. Okay. Let's do some red. Yes, Mateo.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, my sweetie. How can I help?
Ma'am, that negative is only for the 2 minus x, right?
No, it's for the whole thing. What you need to do, Mateo, is you need to do this FOIL method here in the middle first. And once you've got an answer for that, then multiply the negative in. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, take it one step at a time. All right. And with that being said, I'm going to start this question, guys. I hope you guys are with me. Rich has already given me an answer. I hope your answer is correct, Rita. Let's see if it actually checks out. So I'm going to get 6x times 3, which is 18x. And then I'm going to leave my minus on the outside, and I'm going to do the top, bottom. So 2 times 6x will give me 12x. And 2 times 6 will give me plus 12. Negative x times 6 will give me negative 6x. And then negative x times 6 will give me negative. Ooh, this is negative 6x squared. This one is negative 6x squared. And that one is negative 6x. There we go. I missed one. And let me just extend this. Yeah, there we go. Is equal to. All right. I'm not done because now I still have to distribute this minus in. Now this minus needs to go inside. Like that. Now I need to move over because I'm running out of space. Okay. No, I don't want a green line. I want a black line. All right, there we go. And then don't forget, my denominator must come with me. My denominator never stays. It comes with. So I'm going to get 18x minus 12x minus 12 plus 6x squared plus 6x. All right. Let's see how this goes. Now I can add like terms. I know that my 6x squared is on its own. Nothing is going to add to 6x squared. It's on its own. But now I've got 18x minus 12x, and that's going to give me 6x plus 6x is going to give me 12x. So I'm going to end up with 6x squared plus 12x minus 12. Right. All over my denominator. Which is, and for the sake of this question, I'm going to put 1 over the, I'm going to put 6x first. Okay. 6x first. And then I'm going to write 6x plus 6. Okay. K says negative 12x minus 6. Not quite. I think we may have missed it a little bit somewhere. Teacher Nelisa, please just make sure I didn't make a mistake. I haven't made a mistake, have I?
No, but I think we can.
No,
Can
no.
we take out 6 on the numerator?
Yes, we can. We can take out a highest common factor. Yes. Yes, we absolutely can. So at the top, we can take out a 6, and we will have x squared plus 2x minus 2 left at the top. And at the bottom, because these two things are being multiplied together, 6x multiplied by 6x plus 6. And then watch what I'm going to do, guys, because this is the part where you're going to be like, oh, teacher Coco, you never told us. Okay. Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Unati. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry about that. What's going to happen now is because everything is being multiplied to the one to the other. Am I correct in saying that I can cancel the 6's, teacher Nelisa? 6 divided by 6 is going to give us 1. Yes? So this 6 divided by this 6 will give us 1. And all we're going to have left over is that part. We're going to have this is equal to, at the top, I only have x squared plus 2x minus 2. And at the bottom, all I have left is x multiplied by 6x. 6. Give yourself a mark out of. He's like, I made a mistake, I see it now. All right, I want you guys to give yourself a mark out of if you got the denominator right, if you got the distribution right, if you got this part right, and if you got that part right. Give yourself a mark out of 4 and tell me how you did. Did you at least get the denominator right? Yes, absolutely, Amy. You can take a screenshot. I can, you know what, at the end of the lesson, I think we can go back and we can take screenshots, okay? Because it's getting, Pila got 3 out of 4, that's excellent. Well done, guys. Look, if you got the denominator right, you've already done wonders. You've done amazing stuff, guys. Okay, if you got 1 out of 4, like, throw yourself a party. You did amazing. Okay. Well done, guys. I know Stacy's like, we don't talk about it. I'm so glad, Nobuhle. I'm so glad. It's okay. It's okay. Yolani's just given herself an extra mark out of 5. Okay, well done, guys, because this one was a really tough one. It was. But I want you guys to notice how the maths doesn't change. We are doing the same maths over and over and over. Okay, I'm afraid because of time, we're not going to be able to get to our brain break. Okay, because there's one very important question that we need to look at. Okay, and it is quiz day. So you guys still need to go do quizzes. Okay, now I need you guys to have a look at number 4. Okay. So I'm sorry, Stacy, I'm sorry. Okay, let's look at number 4. I know because I've just taught you guys, if I asked you guys to look for the LCD for me, you guys are all going to go and take this whole thing and that whole thing, and you're going to multiply them together. I'm sorry, Moteo. Yes, Shaden Smith. But that does not mean that you go and pick any answer, Shaden. You need to do the work. All right. What I want us to do, guys, instead of just taking the two things and multiplying them together, the first thing I want us to do is I want us to go and factorize this. It's a trinomial, guys. Please factorize this for me. Put your answer in the chat once you have it. Factorize for me, please. Hey, we might have to wait until next week, my sweetie. Okay, I'm so sorry. We're just going to run out of time, and this is a very important question that we need to do. Okay. Hold on to it. I will make sure it's in next week's lesson on Monday. Thanks, Kay. Okay, guys, I need you to factorize for me. Give me an answer in the chat. Remember, as soon as we see a trinomial, open 2 brackets. That's it. Rita, one of those should be positive and the other should be negative. Thank you. Thank you, teacher. Thank you. Sorry. No. Rita, you are correct. I'm wrong. This should be a plus. Thank you. So your answer is actually correct. I'm the one who's, yeah, I lost it a little bit. I meant plus. You guys know what I meant. Keisha, unfortunately, according to our rules, we cannot share personal information on here. Okay. If you do miss the class, there are lessons. We are recording at the moment, so you can go back onto the website and watch the lessons. Liche, I'm going to go back right before the end of the lesson. Okay. So that you can take a screenshot. Okay. All right, waiting. I've only had one person factorize for me, guys. Please factorize this trinomial for me. Okay, what I'm going to get here is always 2 brackets. Right, and then remember how we do this, guys. I have, thank you, Karen, that's it. I have a negative over here. What do I need to multiply this negative with to get a positive? What do I need to multiply a negative with to get a positive? A negative times what will give me a positive? A negative and a, Fumo, you are 100% correct. That's it, Funzo. A negative and a negative. And that tells me that both my signs will be negative. Good. And then I'm going to go look at x squared, and that's going to give me x and x. And then I need to find factors of 6 that when put together are going to give me 7. That's going to be 6 and 1. And look, I've added a plus over here for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why. Okay, that's it, Karen. That's exactly what I was looking for. So I'm going to get 6 and 1. Okay, at the top here, I have 2. Now, when I look for my LCD, guys, give me a second, let me move that down. When I look for my LCD, I want to make sure that there are no repeats in my LCD. I want to make sure that there are no repeats. Look at this denominator and look at this denominator. Which expression is going to repeat, guys? That's it, Rita. Rita sees it. Which one is going to repeat if we multiply them together? X minus 1 is going to repeat. So I'm not going to write x minus 1 twice. I'm only going to write it once. And that's why I'm factorizing, to make sure that I don't have any repeats, because it's going to become, I'm going to do a lot of working at the top, and I don't want to do any of that. Okay, so my LCD becomes x minus 1, only one of them. I only need one of them. What else is in my LCD, guys? What else is in my LCD? What's missing from my LCD? Look at my denominator. What am I missing? I've got x minus 1 and x minus 1. What else is missing? Good. X minus 6 is missing. X minus 6. That's what's missing. Well done, Lubanzi and Tabang. That's it. That's what we're looking for. X minus 1 over x minus 6. Oh, and multiplied by x minus 6, not over. All right, so my entire LCD for this question is going to be x minus 1 and x minus 6. Now let's have a look. What I'm going to do to the bottom, I have to do to the top as well. Okay. Is there anything, look at this LCD, this denominator over here. Is there anything missing from that denominator and the LCD? Is there anything missing there? Yes or no, guys? That's right, Funzo. No, there's nothing missing. There's nothing missing. We have an x minus 6 and we have an x minus 1. So I don't have to do anything to my LCD. Okay, I don't have to multiply my LCD by anything. In fact, the only thing I could say, the only thing that's missing is 1. And if I multiply the top by 1, 1 times 2 is going to just be 2. So basically, I'm not really missing anything over here. Stacy says, Matt, I'm lost. What happened to 7x? Stacy, we took this trinomial and we factorized it. We factorized. Okay. We factorized the trinomial. That's where it comes from. All right. That's just that part. Now let's look at this side. Let's look at over here. I've got x minus 1. What is missing from my LCD on this side though, guys? Rita and Funzo, you guys are on fire. That's it, Yolani. Well done. Amy. Ooh, Zudin, I think that was, when 5 is not missing, what's missing from my denominator? That's it, Mateo, that's it. X minus 6 is missing. Now I can say, whatever I do to the bottom, I'm going to do to the top, x minus 6. So over here, I'm going to have 5 multiplied by x minus 6. And that's it, guys. We go back to what we were doing at the top again. Now, remember my denominator. Okay. I'm going to answer your question in just 1 second, Kumo. Let me just write down my LCD. Okay, go. Hi, Kumo.
Hi, ma'am. I think we missed something.
Okay. What did we miss?
Because on 5, we just put a 5 instead of the x. We left the x out.
Thank you, Kumo. I did not even notice. Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
No
Guys,
problem, ma'am.
you're the only one awake, actually, I feel like, in this class. Guys, there's a whole X here. We all missed it. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Kumo. You're a
Yes,
sharp
ma'am.
one. Well done. Like, high five to you. Wow, excellent. But don't forget the 5, don't forget the X next to the 5, guys. Thank you, Kumo. Yes, Unati, the denominator still says x minus 1, x minus 6. Okay. Take it away, guys. Give me an answer. Oh, Stacy, I know. I'm so sorry. No, Yolani, we do not. Only if they look 100% the same. I'm sorry, Mateo. I know it's been a long day for all of us, guys. Clearly, Kumo's the only person who's awake today, guys. The rest of us, hey, it's not working for us. Teacher Elisa, both you and me, we saw nothing.
See it. Oh my God.
All right, guys. I need to get going with the answer because we need to get going with the lesson. 5x squared minus 30x. Okay. All right. And now I'm kind of wondering if we actually factorize the top, if we would. So I don't think we would, because the factors of 2 are 1 and 2, and the factors of 5 are 1 and 5. So the highest number I could possibly get out of that is 10. We're never going to make it to 30. So no, this is our final answer, guys. This is our final answer. Okay. Do not forget the denominator. Rita and Zudin, do not forget the denominator. Okay. All right, guys. Teacher Nelisa, do we have a link to today's quiz? Okay, while Teacher Nelisa puts that there, I'm going to give everybody a chance to take a screenshot of this. Okay. Take a screenshot quickly, Shaden. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm moving over all the way to the side. Take another screenshot of the answer over here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1.25. 1. Okay, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. I wasn't actually supposed to be going up. I should have gone to half and then a quarter. Stacy, no, you will not. It takes practice. It just takes practice, I promise. Okay, here's the last question we just did. Question 4. Excellent, Shaden. Awesome. All right, guys. Remember, I need you guys to remember this. This is very NB for today's quiz, okay? Make sure, guys, that there are no repeats in your LCD, because there's no point in repeating it again and again in your LCD. It's just going to make things more complicated for you. You're going to get x cubed, and sometimes you might even get x to the power of 4. It's going to get really messy, so don't do it. Don't do it, okay? Make sure that you factorize everything, and then make sure that your LCD has no repeats. Okay, for those of you who want extra practice, here's some extra practice. Take a screenshot of these questions, go and try them. Take a screenshot, guys.